everybody. Thanks for having me here. So Gillian asked me to tell you something about the film I produced this year. It's available online, www.throughthecracks.ie and orcopy.com. We have a Twitter page, we have a Facebook page, we have an Instagram, so it's on social media as well. And we've partnered with, on our Twitter feed, uplift.ie. So what we were hoping to achieve was, do you want the long version? Might as well. I was evicted from my rented property in 2014 with 3 children, and this dovetailed at a really bad time because there was addiction in my family and I'd become a single parent, so it can happen to anybody. And I had to find alternative accommodation just as the market kind of got really savage. So I was not homeless, but teetering on the brink for those couple of months, and it was very, very frightening. After that, I found HAP accommodation, which I don't know if you're aware, it's the housing assistance payment. It's kind of become quite controversial. So it did work for me at the time, and I was safe, I was happy. I started writing, and that was very healing. And then last summer, there was a mother in a hotel in Leixip who took her life, a girl called Danielle Carroll. And some of the people here involved with my name is actually ran a seminar in her name in recent months. So that was just ahead of the launch of my film. It all came at the kind of it's snowballing. It's becoming very topical. So rewind. When I heard about this mother and the really, really tragic circumstances of her last part of her life and then subsequently her death, I decided to do something off the back of becoming involved in the arts in Ireland and the writing community. So I just asked everyone I could think of, college friends, lads that I knew ran a production company, and we got the whole thing done for free. We should have had a budget of maybe about, I'm at a guess, I don't know because I'm not an expert, but maybe between 10 and 20,000 euros. So we did the whole thing for free, and it is beautifully made, and I have to hand it to the lads that helped. Bull Puppy Productions, they're the name of the company. They had composers do an original score. It's 10 minutes of audio interviews with families living in hotels and hubs and their children. And to keep the children anonymous, we filmed a visual narrative to go with that. So what you see is a story, but what you hear is really, really happening to these families. So that's why we partnered with Uplift, to ask people who've seen the film to then sign the People's Housing Plan. And I think it's been a huge step forward for me personally, but I think that it also illustrates that there's a massive amount of goodwill and awareness already happening around this issue. So everything is, it's growing, and our awareness is growing. So I hope that you all watch the film Through the Cracks and sign the petition as well, please. And I'm trying to find poems from my collection that somehow link in with this. I have a really cheeky titled one, Natural Born Producer. And also I have to apologise, I've got tonsillitis, so I probably sound horrible. Tonsils are whopper today. So this is called Natural Born Producer. You cannot shame the winter politico. He cares not for loach or tins of beans or snow or hair falling out in clumps. He is heart darkened. Instead, let us shine light onto ourselves. Let us gather the anger and the power and hold it up to him in ritual, in film, in online petition. This is where we live now. Let us amass our faith in change. It will take long days of patience and labour and phone calls and meetings and requests and locations and stunning favours. It will take several stumbles and cries, but hold this bird, this frail thing. It is singing. Look, the buds are already rolled ready. Be obstinate, be grumpy as a season, predictable and miraculous enough to effect, to effect, to effect, drop like hail, sting, sing, and unfurl soon. Soon green will come back. Be autochthonous, be brave always, look at the sky. So that's that one. Thank you. I'll just do one more because I think there's someone supposed to be before me, I'm not sure. Oh yeah, I have one here called Arabesque. I don't really know why I called it that. I think it's just because I really like that piece of music by Debussy, you know, it's like cyclical. So this is kind of about the, I suppose, the dross of parenting and mothering and worrying, you know. It's, when you don't have the ground beneath your feet, when you don't have security of tenure, it's a really shit place to be. So anyway. On the morning of the flock's moon, I dreamt of a pink blood foot, severed, served as breakfast fare to my children by a faceless man. I ran 1.85 kilometres, motionless on a treadmill. Later, I met my favourite fop, the psychic one. We talked pressure. Later, I met my pagan friend, helping pilgrims with migraines. Later, I went to get milk and saw a child run into the road barefoot. Women called for authority, chased the child, wrung hands, while men pulled up hoods, rolled cigarettes, averted eyes. All day this chopped foot followed me, flopping and dripping and crying pinkly for me to be like a child, to run free. The women will catch me. I will catch myself, run, run, run on the earth. So.